When my family of 18 arrived at our dream Airbnb on the shores of Michigan's Great Lakes, excitement filled the air. We saw sprawling sandy beaches where laughter echoed with the waves lapping gently against the shore. The vibrant colors of sunset painted the sky, promising a perfect vacation for us all. But as night fell, an unsettling chill crept into the corners of our happiness. Everything turned dim as we settled in, casting long shadows over our dreams. It began with peculiar noises echoing from the dark garage. A crashing door reverberated through the stillness, each thud sending shivers down our spines. Our hearts raced, overtaken by confusion and fear as we exchanged anxious glances. Then, from the shadows, an eerie Jester card seemed to appear out of nowhere, a jarring juxtaposition to the joyful anticipation we once felt. It was as if the spirit of mischief was threading through our experience, welcoming us to a carnival of nightmares. The atmosphere thickened as a shadow figure emerged, only to dissolve into the fog, leaving an unsettling aura in its wake. Our laughter turned to hushed whispers, shadows dancing around us as we huddled together, sharing stories of light, only to be interrupted by whispers that seemed to echo from beyond. What was meant to be a joyful family getaway spiraled into a haunting tale, marking those 2 nights as the most terrifying of our lives. We learned that some places hold secrets darker than we could imagine, a reminder that sometimes the laughter of a family is but a thin veil over lurking shadows. Wide shot of happy family unloading bags, beach sunset, zoom into detached garage, sound, light music fading into a low drone, voiceover. At first it felt perfect. The main house was gorgeous, but with such a large group, 4 of us cousins were given rooms in the detached garage apartment out back. It seemed fine, until we actually stepped inside. Old carpet in the bathrooms, damp smell of mold, stained linens, a door that didn't quite latch. It was obvious this place hadn't been cared for the way the main house had. We joked about it, but underneath the laughter was unease. None of us wanted to admit how wrong it felt. Dim stairwell, washing machine dinging, cousin carrying laundry upstairs alone. Sound, humming machines, silence, faint floor creaks. To make the beds usable, I volunteered to wash the sheets. One by one, cycling through load after load, long trips down into the silent garage. By the time I finished, it was nearly 2:40 a.m. My cousins finally settled into bed, but I stayed awake scrolling my phone, too alert to sleep. That's when it started. A deafening crash slammed against the garage door like someone had thrown their whole body into it. The room shook. I froze. No footsteps followed, no voices, just silence. I told myself it was nothing. But then it happened again. And again. As the clock strikes 3, an unsettling ambiance envelops the house, starting with the creaking stairs, echoing like a ghostly whisper in the fading night. Each step resonates, a warning of the unease that lies ahead. The silence is abruptly punctuated by the washer's loud ding, a reminder of tasks unfinished, blending with the hollow sound of the empty garage, where slow, shallow breaths seem to linger like phantoms of the dark. Suddenly, a thunderous bang shatters the stillness, accompanied by a camera shake that reverberates through the core of the observer's being. Shadows stretch and twist as the close-up reveals a lamp rattling precariously, an uninvited guest disturbing the fragile peace. The sinister presence lingers, heavy in the air, while the silence begs for clarity amidst the chaos of these surreal disturbances that haunt the senses, tightening the tension with each heartbeat. A shadowy figure materializes behind the garage, a chilling omen draped in mystery as static glitches hint at its transient nature. The lack of sound heightens the feeling of dread, especially with the footsteps creeping eerily onto the porch, each one a note in a foreboding symphony. The door handle, glistening in the dim light, twists slowly with a metallic squeal that echoes into the void. Amidst the whispers of the empty beach, a Jester card glows softly, beckoning attention, while a haunting voice murmurs, "Sunshine." The very essence of a thrill, teetering on the edge of reality. Family vacation excitement. Introduce garage separation, creepy setup, 5 mins. Laundry trips, 3 a.m. bangs, strange figure behind garage, 6 to 8 mines. Uncle's sighting, vanishing figure, Jester cards, second night break-in attempt, 7 mines. Leaving early. Airbnb hosts silence, theory building, lingering suspicion. In the haunting twilight, low drones murmur in a menacing dance with the distant wind. Beneath the fading glow of the evening sky, faint bells chime, their melody distorted and echoing like the ghostly laughter of distant jesters. This is not an ordinary carnival. It is a realm where the boundaries of reality blur and shadows stretch in the periphery. Suddenly, a bang resonates, a deep bass hit that vibrates through the air, sending chills down the spine. The sound disrupts the eerie calm, adding a sinister depth to the atmosphere, pulling listeners into a vortex of unease. Footsteps crunch gravel nearby, each step amplifying the tension as they draw nearer, hinting at the presence of something looming in the darkness. A door rattles in the distance, its creaks and groans singing a forlorn tune. The tension thickens, and static glitches ripple through the fabric of sound as a figure appears and vanishes, leaving only the echo of presence behind. The blend of reality and illusion plays tricks on the mind. Laughter fades into an unsettling silence, where imagination runs wild, daring to probe the shadows, whispering secrets only the brave dare to uncover. Here, in this carnival of distortions, the interplay of sound creates an experience that lingers long after the echoes have ceased, a reminder of the unseen mysteries that linger just beyond the veil. Intro text overlay. The Michigan Airbnb incident, true story, glitching in, out. Timestamps, 3:00 a.m. Devil's Hour overlay during banging. Police report text effect, while narrator mentions calling authorities. End teaser. Would you stay another night here? Comment below. Hurley. If you've ever stayed somewhere that didn't feel right, let us know in the comments. Your story might be featured in our next video. Mid-roll. If you're still watching at this point, you're braver than most. Hit subscribe before the Jester finds you. End. Do you think this was a stalker or something paranormal? Tell us below.